Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here at the Grand Hotel York, and we're here at the Cookery School. And this is Andrew Dixon, who is the head tutor for the Cookery School. It's a special feature here at the hotel. And we're going to talk about this and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Andrew, we just got through a great demonstration and a little eating of a wonderful Spanish dish that you made for us, and normally we would be making for you per your instructions.
Yeah.
First of all, let's just talk about the Cookery School. When did it start, and what's its goal?
Well, Cookery School opened March 2019. We started building it in October 2018. So it was a very big turnaround. We've got just under 3,000 square feet here. And it's a huge space, as you can see yourself.
Yeah,
you've seen it. It's huge, isn't it? We've got a huge space.
And you have a lot of different stations here. And you can. What's the capacity?
We have 16 stations. So we can, for our, what we say, leisure classes, we can do up to 16 people, because on a leisure class they get their individual stations, so they have their own stations, their own equipment.
Right.
For our corporate clients, they tend to be wanting to double up, so we can cater for up to 32. But that's just the Cookery School.
Yeah.
We have our teaching rooms, and we have our dining area, which also turns into a meeting room as well, which we can do up to 75.
Yeah, so
once it opens up, so we can do 75.
So this is a great thing for corporate events as well as individual classes, right?
Yeah, it's much more than that, to be honest with you. We have a vision, but I think our vision is changing quite rapidly, because we are being approached for everything from retirement parties to bachelor parties to conferences. We've got a conference, and now you've seen, we've got over 50 people in here having a conference. So it's much more than the Cookery School. And the idea is for us to get it open, get it up and running, get the foundations right, and then once we've got the foundations, we'll then build, because our long-term plan is a lot more than just a Cookery School. We want to bring education in, which we're starting to looking at now. I've been chefing for virtually 30 years now, and I've been teaching for around about 5 or 6 years. So I have a bigger vision, because we need to diversify into lots of different areas to make sure it works. I'm a very lucky man. The hotel have given me just over 1.3 million.
Wow.
British pounds to invest in it. That's just setting it up.
Yeah.
So and I've always said from the beginning, this is more than a Cookery School.
Yeah. Well, it is, but then when you do sit down with you, and the dish is amazing. You get a recipe and you can try it out. But I think what's even more amazing is you give these tips about basic cooking that you can take with you anywhere. We're talking about temperatures of meat and things like that, right?
Yes. Well, I call it transferable skills.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
Yeah.
It's a transferable skill, and for me, and I've said this for a long time, for me, cooking is one of the most important life skills you could ever learn. Even if it's just how to make a nice sandwich, you're still cooking.
Yeah. Well, we did pork tenderloin here, things I didn't know about how to cook meat. I should have known. You liberally use salt, which is amazing, and butter, which all these things that we're not supposed to eat, but it's not true, right?
But we're not eating that every day.
No.
There is obviously a lot of health-related things that we could talk about. Salt, for me, we had a big discussion about salt, me and you. For me, salt is very, very important in cooking. You use it throughout the cooking process, not at the end.
Right.
Not like my 80-year-old father does.
Yeah, okay.
Before he even tastes anything, the salt and pepper come out, and I'm sitting there, I'm one of those shock horror emojis, For me, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's dangerous. But what you do is if you understand what you're doing, which is what I try to do, and get people to use their seasoning the right and proper way, it can turn something quite simple and quite humble into something quite actually mind-blowing. And all it takes is a little bit of salt, just seasoning. That's
Well,
it.
in fact, the pork dish we did, which was a Spanish pork dish with a sort of a sauce with chickpeas and tomatoes, and then we did wonderful potatoes. I didn't think I'd like the potatoes that much, but they were wonderfully looking, and really, how you crush garlic, how you chop an onion, sort of basic skills that people need to know, right?
I call them the building blocks. Once you get the building blocks, the foundations right, you then build. Because it's those building blocks that give you the confidence to then progress. And I think that's the same in anything in life, to be honest with you. Get the basics right. Once you got the basics right, just like what I'm trying to do here in this wonderful space, I'm trying to get it right. Let's get the foundations set, then we move on.
Well, you have the other thing is you have different lengths of classes. I think you said 2, 4, and 6 hours, depending on what you want to do, right?
Yeah. What we're doing is we're trying to cover all bases. Some people want to come in and just concentrate on one thing, and do it nice and quick. Almost not fast food, but fresh ingredients, something quick. So we might show them how to make a Thai green fish curry. Or we might show them how to do a perfect steak. There is a right way of doing things. I can teach them quite quickly. Anybody, I believe I can teach anybody.
Is there a contact point where people can reach the cookery school, or go through the hotel? How do you?
If they're for all our classes are all online. The best way to find it is go to the Grand Hotel website. At the top of the website, you'll see Cookery School. Click through it. Click through on our link. It goes straight through, and we have up to 6 months at a time scheduled. So people might be coming in 6 months' time. You can organise your trip. And you can see that everything that's there.
Fantastic. Well, Andrew, first of all, thank you for all the great cooking tips. Thank you for the meal, because I didn't even have to work on this one. Next time you're going to make me work, I think. But it would not work. It's fun. It was a lot of fun. And thank you again. This is a marvelous school, and good luck in the future with it.
Great. Thank you very much. Pleasure.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.